Welcome to a lunchtime conversation. Okay, this episode is going to be called Grab Bag. So explain.
It's like a new concept.
Yeah, explain what a grab bag is, though.
It's going to be a lot of different ideas or topics in one session.
Yeah, like we don't have a solid topic to just go on and on about. But we've got a couple different ideas, some hot takes, just some fun concepts. It'll be just a kind of a new concept to an episode.
Each one of us is going to give you a quick topic. We're going to chat about it, and it's just a grab bag of topics.
Hey, topic number 1, running from the cops. So I thought this would just be fun to talk about it. I'm sure if you've
bad boys,
what you gonna do?
waka, waka.
If you've played Grand Theft Auto, or if you've played Need for Speed, or
really good at it.
or if you've actually ran from the cops, which I have. I have ran from the cops. I
kind of have too.
Nice. Have you ran from the cops?
I don't think they were chasing,
but I ran.
You can't catch me on that bike, baby. You flip those lights on, I'm gone.
That's awesome. Okay, so real quick lightning round. Yes or no? Do you think you could run away from the cops and be successful in a high-speed chase on the freeway?
No.
In my car?
No. Really?
On a high-speed chase on the freeway, they got choppers, dude.
They got radios that outrun.
If there was
your
no
car.
chopper, maybe. But once you get a chopper in the air, it's game over.
Dude, I think they got you before the chopper. So some people do get away, obviously, or else this wouldn't be a thing that people want to run. But the radio is, how are you going to combat that? They call ahead. I got a guy running on the freeway.
Okay, let's go back, because I would disagree. There are plenty of motorcycles that I outrun the choppers all the time. You can find several YouTube videos where the chopper cannot keep up with the guy on the bike.
Really?
I'm not
most
joking.
Cops won't engage in a chase with a motorcycle. It's too dangerous.
Yeah.
Well, the motorcycle's too fast.
Well, yeah, the motorcycle's
that too,
fast,
but it's also very dangerous. Someone will die.
Yes, but like it. So going back to it, you guys are because you guys ride bikes all summer long. Not all summer long, but you have bikes. You ride them.
Yeah.
Do you think you're good enough?
No.
You say no?
To be going 150 miles an hour in traffic on a freeway? Probably not.
Really? I think I could do it. I think once you mess up one time, you're done.
Yeah. I would just...
You clip one corner panel of a car, you're done.
My nerves would be so...
You brake a little too hard. You slide out.
But could I do it? And do I feel confident in my skills to be able to do it? I actually feel more confident in my skills on more curvy mountainous terrain.
Oh, okay.
So like going up to Bear Lake, for instance, I think I could outrun a cop on
Interesting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could.
The cops, there's no way they can take those turns like I can.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Me and Braden one day were flying home from Wyoming, and we were hitting, I can't remember what the corner was. It was a pretty large corner, but we were like 80, 90 miles an hour. I think it was like a 30 mile an hour corner.
we were hauling.
We were like knees down to the ground.
Ninja,
yeah? Do you remember that ride? And we're like, holy shit, we hit that so good.
We finished the ride in like 15 minutes, and we're like, that's like a 45 mile an hour.
There's no way
ride.
There's no way a cop could have hit any of those corners.
Yeah, that's true.
So no chopper, then maybe,
on a bike,
and then you put me in streets, the
true,
a city.
Yeah,
it'd be tough. Traffic would be super tough, dude.
Traffic would be hard.
That would be so tough.
It depends though. Like if you're on a Sunday afternoon in Utah, everyone's at home. They're going to church, so there's not going to be as bad of traffic. So there'd still be traffic to where you could weave in and out on a bike to evade the cops. I don't know. I watch some of the videos and I'm like, man, the cops just aren't. They're trying to be safe. They are. Yeah. They're trying to be safe. They're not being crazy like the person driving. And I feel like it. I don't know. I'm mixed.
They also have experience. So and they know the city. If you're in the city, they know the city pretty well.
When they radio ahead and say, hey, he's going down 2nd West, he's about to hit 6th South or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, true.
Yeah. I mean, you take turns and you take turns, you go down an alleyway, you Grand Theft Auto it. That sounds easy, and it'd be tough. Especially with their machines that they have, you got to have a ballin' ass.
Well, if they have a
vehicle.
Helicopter nowadays with a thermal camera,
yeah, the helicopter, it's game over. Helicopter's game over.
So let's say you get to play a game. It's a Black Mirror game. You get to put on the nodes. Boom, go into this reality. You get 10 different times to try to run from the cops. Out of the 10 times, so obviously time number 1 probably gonna fail. Not very good. do you think that by 4 or 5 you would start to just freaking just dominate it?
I think. Ooh, is there a chopper?
Yeah, let's say no chopper.
No chopper? Yes. By the 4th or 5th time, I'm learning enough about how they react
True.
to things that you could. Okay, it seems like the alleyways trip them up a little
Here's
bit.
where I can dip. Yeah.
Yeah, here's where I can really hit the gas. Here's where I can slam on the brakes. Yeah.
And getting out of the car. Oh, I saw a video once. This shit's amazing. Running from the cops. Yeah, it's possible. Running from the cops. and the dude goes down an alleyway, and then one of the passenger, as he comes to slow to turn this hard right, he gets out and then just starts like walking casually.
Oh.
And then the car keeps going, and the cops they just continue chasing the car, and the dude's just casually walking like, Christ, like
that's awesome.
I was here first,
Yep.
and he gets away. Away.
The reason I brought it up is I've seen a lot of videos with bikes online that outrun the cops all the time. And
Because
it's
they
just
don't
like,
chase though.
they don't chase
engage.
them.
They don't engage.
And that's where
they'll
I'm
just
like,
say, "I'll find you later."
So here, one time,
True. Get
what
the
happened to
license
me
plate, get some video
I'll find you
footage.
later.
when I knew cops didn't care. So in North Carolina, I was part of a bike club. I was part of a Ducati bike club, and we had cops in our club, and they would tell us that we're not going to chase the bikes for those reasons. I accidentally did a wheelie next to a cop one time in North Carolina, and he flipped his lights on. I was like, I'm so fucked. And he pulls up next to me. I didn't pull over. I'm still driving on the road. Comes up next to me in the other lane and just wags his head at me. Like, no, just does that and then drives off speeds ahead of me.
See, but that's
Because he knew I was already playing around.
Yep.
If he had engaged, the likelihood of some dumbass kid, taking off on his bike is very high.
But what a good cop, dude. What a good cop just to pull up next to you and be like, hey, knock it off.
Right.
Be careful. You don't want to hurt someone.
Yeah.
And then he goes off to do his business. And I appreciate the good cops out there that do that, where it's just hey, knock it off. Be a better person.
Yep.
Not that that's being a bad person, but it's like, hey, dude, you could
Be
hurt
careful.
you could hurt someone, yourself or someone else. So
Yep.
But on a motorcycle, on a freeway is probably not your best bet. A freeway is
True.
not where you're going to get away.
yeah, you're more city type where you can
in and out of traffic.
hit gas hard on the corners.
Because freeway, they know your next move. Where are you going to go?
The next
It's
exit.
the next exit.
Yep.
Where are you going to go after that? The next exit. Like they know your move.
Yep. A car would be difficult just because you can't, from a traffic standpoint, if it's a standstill, like you can hit the shoulder of the road, but then
O.J. Simpson did it for quite a while.
He didn't get away though.
That's true. Yeah.
They had a chopper.
I'm similar. If you got Black Mirror and I get 10 tries, I bet you like by 4 or 5, I'd start to figure it out, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 would just be fun. But yeah, I could see number 1, like you're 10 minutes into it and you crash into something. Number 2, it's like, all right, make it a little bit farther, but
Yeah. I think I'd be a pretty dang good driver in that type of situation.
oh
man.
yeah, because you do the online driving,
Yeah, which I'm not great at, but
still like you're
man, like it would be fun as shit to operate
Oh, yeah.
a vehicle like that.
just
Just
a
send it.
Just send it especially without having consequences.
Yeah.
yes.
You know what I mean? Oh
Yep.
man, that would be amazing.
That would be fun.
The ultimate simulation right there is VR.
And you would be
goggles
able to
with
feel the adrenaline because it's a VR, so that would be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be really fun.
Next topic?
Yeah, let's
Food?
go to the next
Yeah.
one.
Go
Hey,
ahead.
I got a hot take for food. If I could, I would never eat again.
No, really?
Yeah. So okay, now this is loose. I do enjoy food. Don't get me wrong. Like it's awesome to like fill your gut with a good taste. But eating is such a fucking waste of time. How much time do you spend every day eating, cooking, acquiring nutrition,
Cleaning.
cleaning
Yeah,
up
it's
after?
a lot.
It is a lot.
It
Just to survive. That's
And
it.
back in the day, their entire life was around eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hunting and gathering.
You wake up, you go find food.
Yes, it like hunting and gathering is all about food, gathering food, hunting food,
Yeah.
storing food, finding food.
Then
Like,
going to sleep and then waking up and doing it again.
that
Yeah.
is interesting.
So if I could, preferably it'd be like a pill, where or something that I could do where I wouldn't need to eat for several days at a time, but I could still eat and drink if I wanted to, or I could eat and drink for leisure, for camaraderie, for the get together dinner type thing.
Okay, then question: why don't you do intermittent fasting?
I do sort of.
No, for like the 36 or 48-hour fasts.
Oh, because that sucks.
You should try it.
Also, the problem with, in my opinion, with fasting.
Hurts.
Oh, really?
I was going to say, the
Okay.
problem with fasting, in my opinion, is you get low blood sugar, so your head starts to hurt. You start getting dehydrated. You
Yes.
start getting this
So-
dizzy spells.
Yeah.
That sucks.
But I've played a little bit with like the longer fasts. I do 36 hours quite frequently, and then I'll do the 48 hours once in a while. 72, the first time I did it, I did start to get a little funky. But a true fast, you're not taking in very many calories, and by very many, hardly any. But you can have like lemons and limes, like squeeze some lemon and lime juice, not artificial, but real lemon and limes, and some like Himalayan sea salt. And that gets your electrolytes up, so it helps with the headaches or some of the lightheadedness. So you still have the
Yep.
electrolytes, but then your body goes without the food, and that's where some of the health benefits come in. So try that next time you do a fast. Like do some of those so your electrolytes stay up, because that's where some of the negative side effects come from. But then you can like, you look back at like 7,000-8,000 years ago, it wasn't uncommon for someone to go 2 or 3 days without eating, because they're freaking on a hunt
You
trying to
can't get a
kill
cat.
a
Licking tree
woolly
bark.
mammoth. And so, you should try fasting sometime.
I do the intermittent where I only eat twice a day, and I try to eat within like a 6-hour window.
Okay. That's cool.
And I try and limit anything outside of that.
How long before you go to bed is your last meal?
I usually I pick up dinner on the way home, and so I'm eating by 6 or 7, and then nothing
A
till
few hours at least.
nothing until noon the next day.
So Mondays, if I do the 36-hour fast, I just won't eat at all on a Monday. Just won't have anything, and then I'll have some protein for breakfast on Tuesday morning. Then if I do 48-hour, I won't eat all day Monday or all day Tuesday, and then I'll have dinner Tuesday night, and that'll be a 48, because you ate Sunday night, then you wait all the way till Tuesday. I've actually enjoyed them if you're doing like the electrolyte thing with it when it's
You have to.
yes, because
What's the purpose you do them for?
there's some health benefits.
Health?
They've done some studies. Like there was some really cool studies they did with like breast cancer, and they're noticing that there were certain individuals that from a hereditary standpoint, their grandma had it, their mom had it, but then they weren't having it. But they also noticed that those girls were severely anorexic during high school. So then they started to dive into, okay, well, why was that affecting like your breast cancer later on? And because when your body is starving to death, guess what? It's only going to feed the cells that are healthy and good cells. So it will kill off.
I've heard that too. Like if you have
Interesting.
cancer, do like a chicken and broccoli, plain chicken, plain broccoli, starve your body of everything other than like
Yeah.
the essential.
Yeah. Like if it makes sense, your body is a machine, and it's going to cut off the stuff that's not needed. And your body's pretty smart and can handle some of that stuff. So there's some pretty cool health benefits, but it's not fun the first time you do it. It's like, it sucks. But I've noticed the more I've done it, I'm like, man, I feel pretty good on a Monday. Like you feel better.
Yeah.
Just kind of
So
interesting.
would you guys join me in my take? Or
I'm 100% with you. If I didn't have to eat to sustain, I would choose not to.
Yeah.
I feel the same about sleep too.
I do
I
too.
wish I didn't have to sleep.
Sleep I'm more passionate about. It would be cool if you could take just a pill like in the morning that gave you the nutritions you needed throughout the day, and then after that, like say you could take a pill 2 or 3 days in a row, and then days 4 through 7 is days that you would actually maybe eat a little bit more.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
here's a
That would be
problem.
pretty. I could do that.
If you could choose not to eat, you would have ruined world economy.
Oh yeah. How
Oh,
It would
much?
be done.
Yeah.
If you just get a couple 100,000 people to just stop eating for a week,
Dude,
you know,
grocery
2
stores
weeks,
just have surplus and then
Oh,
back
yeah.
up, and
that'd be freaking wild.
yeah, that's
But-
Farmers out of business.
Yeah. Oh man, I'd love it. I just hate the waste of time. Like I haven't cooked a meal in months.
so. Sunday I cooked. I meal prepped lunches for the week, which took me an hour. I also cooked me steaks just for the evening, which took me
Ugh.
like from start to finish. It took me another I don't know. It took a chunk of time. But then you sit down. All I ate was the steak. I sit down, I eat the steak, and I'm done eating it in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But I spent all the prep time and getting the grill
just for
ready.
10
and then-
minutes of flavor. And,
I know, and it's like
enjoyment.
it was good. It was awesome. It tasted fantastic, but it was like, holy shit, that's a lot of work
Yeah, dude.
for.
What
just
else do you do that with?
Sex.
There's not that much prep work, dude.
True, I guess prep work, but I put a lot of effort
Like
into
4
trying
hours
to get it.
Well, I mean, you take them out of dinner.
It was actually years.
Dude, it was 30 years of prep work. Don't even.
So I'm really bad when it comes to food. I like watching TV when I eat. So I eat in the living room with my wife, and it takes me more time to find something to watch than it does to eat the meal.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's not worth the effort.
Yes.
I've gotten in the habit if
hate
I'm
it.
going to watch like something on my phone, I have to find it and locate it before I sit down to eat. Because there's been times I have a hot meal and I'll start searching on YouTube or
Yeah.
Netflix. And then I look over and my meal is like cold. And I'm like,
Mhm.
oh my gosh, what am I doing?
Yes.
So,
But
I agree with your take.
what other thing, man? Do you
you
go out and acquire and then bring it home and then
You don't have
store
to.
it?
There's no other thing
and then-
because there's nothing else that's going to kill you if you don't do it.
Well, but
Yeah.
even just take it from an enjoyment, because some people enjoy doing that, right? Some people enjoy prepping food
yeah,
and then eating it
cooking
for
and-
10 minutes and then cleaning up and stuff.
How they enjoy the cleaning.
It's
If
just
you
part
enjoy
of it.
cleaning food, you're a weird person.
It's just
and you
part
need
of
to
it, dude.
comment.
But I just can't think of maybe I'm just being dense. Maybe there is like, well, duh this or duh that, but there just isn't much that,
for as little time. I think you're right. Cause I'm looking at like dirt bike riding. It is a pain in the ass to load the dirt bike up, to stop and get gas, to drive to the place you're going to ride, to unload your bike and then to put gas in it. But it's not 10 minutes. It's like
Hours.
4 or 5 hours of riding, and then you load your bike up, you bring it home. So you're right. I can't think of anything
You
else
wouldn't
where
spend
it's
4 hours preparing a dirt bike to ride for 10 minutes.
no,
you just wouldn't do
you
it.
wouldn't do that. But from a meal standpoint, like especially guys that smoke meat and then do these big extravagant meals, they will spend hours and then they'll eat it in 10, 15 minutes. And then they'll spend another hour and a half cleaning it up.
Well, you're wanting to go
Man,
to the
I
20
hate
leagues under the sea thing, right?
Yes.
And that's a 16-course meal?
yeah, it's like a 16-course meal.
Imagine the chef's prep work on that goddamn
Yes.
meal.
And how
no
much
kidding.
Days.
that's why it's $350, because it's not just like it's an experience, but yeah, it's crazy. It's wild.
I would opt to not eat. I'm in the boat.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm good. I could do
Yes.
without.
Yes.
Especially if you could do like I'm not going to take the pill today because I want to have a bacon cheeseburger at lunch.
Yep.
Because then it would be I go out to eat. Or don't get me wrong, there's some days it is fun to grill. It's fun to grill
Yeah,
a
oh, yeah.
steak. And so it would be fun like on 4th of July to not take the pill and you cook the food.
Yep.
So that would be awesome. Get cracking on that pill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it, dude. I'll pay you a lot of money for it because I pay a lot of money for food. And I'm feeding that to my kids because they midnight will reach in there,
True.
go cook a hot pocket and drink a fucking soda.
Yep.
Sounds like a you problem.
It has to be probably they don't do it at midnight.
Next grab
Yeah,
bag. Next grab
next
bag.
topic. Okay, this one in a little high note here. This is kind of half baked, so bear with me. I want to talk about surrounding yourself with excellence,
Okay.
like excellent people, excellent mentalities.
Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Like if you have
Ooh.
good friends, if you have good family, like it is a cheat code to life. Even there's a Harvard study I talked about it in the training I did at work. They followed like close to 300 men for 80 years, and they found that the better their social, not status, but the more healthy they were from a social aspect, the better friends they had, the
yeah.
better family they had, the better their
Deeper
entire
relationships.
Yes, the deeper their relationships were, how much it affected their entire lives, from health, financial, attitude, just everything. So
Yeah.
like I agree 100%. Like surround yourself with, if you're around negative people, get the hell away as far as possible.
But here's the thing: how do you know they're negative? They're your friends, and you enjoy hanging out with them. Like, so how do you get yourself out of that situation, knowing?
I think it's got to go back to you. What do you want?
True.
Is that what you want? Hey, you found it, and then you're going to continue it.
Yep.
Do you want more? Then you got to find more.
True.
You got to go looking for more.
And if you want
Right.
more, or if you want more and you want different, you have, like you said, you gotta go find it and you gotta go look.
Go meet somebody new.
But I
Yep.
bet everybody wants
Invest
more.
in
I
them.
bet you would ask any drug addict out there, hey, do you want to make a bunch of money and just be an awesome person, be really happy in your life?
Then you got
I
to
would
change.
love that.
Yeah.
And if you tell,
It's
if you
not
tell
that
them,
easy.
Hey,
You're right.
Exactly. If you tell them, hey, you just got to meet better people. Okay. Well, what do you want me to do?
Yep. It
Go
becomes
get a
harder.
good job at a good company. You're gonna meet good people there, and then they're gonna have good people that you're gonna meet. And
Yep.
then
Here's
get on Facebook and find say you're into LARPing. Go to the LARPing event. You're gonna find the 2 cool people there. You're gonna try to be friends with them. You're
Here's
gonna,
the hard part though, is you know, excellent people also want to surround themselves with excellence. And
Right.
if you're not excellent,
Exactly.
do you make the cut? You know, that's a weird caveat.
But I also think excellent people are willing to take people on the journey. I look at
Yeah, that's right. That's good.
I look at some of the good leaders, and they are very good at bringing other people along with them. Like
Yes.
from a leadership standpoint, because they understand that, like, I have to guide them, I have to help them, I have to do these types of things. So I would say excellent people are unwilling to waste their time on people that don't have potential. And
Yeah,
there's
that's
people
what I
that
was
have
gonna say.
potential. We are so willing to spend time and dedicate resources to helping them get better because we want more excellent people.
I've got.
And
Go ahead.
here's another aspect to it too, is your amount of comfort level. When you brought up the topic, I went to to League of Legends, or I play a lot of League of Legends. But I learned the game from somebody who has already known the game for years and was actually fairly decent at the game. So I was always being put up against people that were way better than me. I didn't mind. I said, no, fucking let's go again. Let's go again.
Yep.
Let's go again. Let's go again.
And you grew through that.
And eventually, you know, because every mistake got punished. Every time I fucked up, I lost. There was no, it was through the fire and the flames. But I was comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yes.
I was comfortable being challenged that way to where I had to just, oh my God, this is terrible, but it's good though. So taking that into like a social thing, you got to be comfortable being pushed a little.
Yep.
You got to be comfortable doing this thing. Hey, let's go swimming. Well, I don't know, man. I don't much like swimming. Okay. Well, then we're going to go swimming and you're going to be left out.
See you later.
Or getting up in front of a group to talk, right? You got to be okay with doing that because that's how you're going to get better. If you surround yourself with excellent people or people that are, you know, better, I guess, they're more comfortable with doing those things.
Yep. I like that. There's no growth in the comfort zone, and there is a lot of growth outside the comfort zone. And so that's where it is true. You got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to push yourself. And that's what, going back to when we talked about immortality on the death episode, I think that's what excites me about it, is because you would be forced to build new relationships. Everyone you know would die, and then you would have to find a new group of friends.
Ooh, yeah.
And so that excites me, the aspect of finding new, like the fact I've only known you guys for 3-4 years, and I freaking love you guys to death. And
But you enjoy that challenge.
Yeah,
There's some people who
True.
are so resistant to that.
I know, but
challenge.
it's been
Yep.
fun to get to know you guys and to hang out with you and to start a podcast and build a relationship, because it's, man, these are some cool dudes. They're badasses. They got good attitudes. They're good people. They do good things. Like it's fun to do that, to find excellence and try to get close to it and make yourself better and help other people be better. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Last thing I'll say is like I think the only reason we really started this podcast in the first place was because we are high level enough that we want to be excellent. We have some great ideas that we wanted to, we talked about this at lunch, but have some good ideas. We wanted to run a business, wanted to run some socials, wanted to get ourselves out there a little bit and just be a little weird, be a little unique, do something different. And then it all just came together. And that's why this came together.
Yep.
But without the excellence of you guys, I wouldn't have done this myself.
Oh, yeah.
There'd be no reason to.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And going back to the philosophy of a lunchtime conversation, like go out with your friends at lunch and try to have some fun conversations, try to connect, try to level up. And if
Push
it's not,
yourselves a
if
little bit.
it's not happening, maybe go out to lunch with someone else and then try to level up with them and see what happens. Like, push yourself to be better, have some uncomfortable conversations that are weird and wacky, and learn from them and have some fun.
Yeah. Let us know what you think about the grab bag episode, this type of style.
The hodgepodge
The
mix up.
hodgepodge.
If you like the grab bag, keep recommending it. We'll keep doing it.
If you
It's
think
fun
it's
for us to
awesome,
do.
if you think it's awesome, say, man, this is awesome. If you think it sucks, say, man, I think that sucks. Have you ever seen Froggy Fresh?
Oh,
No.
yeah.
I don't know if I have.
Go look up Froggy Fresh. Then that whole little, if you think it's awesome, say it's awesome. It'll make a little bit more sense.
And we'll get him on this podcast next.
Froggy Fresh?
Yeah.
He
Is
would
that a
be
person?
He would be wild.
Oh. All right. Peace.
See ya.
Thanks for joining us today for this lunchtime conversation. Take this back to your friends and family, have these conversations with them, and have some fun with it.
You can catch us on a lunchtime conversation on Instagram. On Twitter, you can catch us on a lunchtime convo. And then on Facebook, you can catch us on a lunchtime conversation as well. So hit us up in the DMs.